Okay, lesson 12. I had a good day. Things went very smoothly. Gear changes and driving around was a good lesson. I felt as if I'd sort of gone up another level, and all the previous instruction and my study had gone well, and it's sort of I'd memorised it all. I got passed for pre-trip inspection and reversing, so it was a good lesson. Unfortunately, at the very end of the lesson, I tried to back down a side street. So driving along a street, and there's a street on your right hand side, and you pull up beside it, you pull out on the street and reverse into it. That didn't go too well, so that was a little bit disappointing. Bit of a disappointing end to a really good day. My driving instructor's saying I've got to concentrate more on gears, planning and mirrors. So gears, he said that my gear changes were 50% perfect and 50% not so perfect. There was a little bit of grinding, but not too much. Sometimes I had to rev up to match a downshift gear. An upshift gear. Yeah, but apart from that, the gears were good. Planning, just lane position and looking ahead at traffic. Is the traffic slowing down? Is it stopping? Is it taking off? And just looking further ahead. And checking the mirrors, especially on the left hand side. If a car or a motorcycle is going to speed up on the left hand side, it'd be the right hand side in the USA or Canada. But just to check the mirror, if there's a parked car on the left hand side, and just make sure there's nobody trying to pass. And indicating out of a roundabout, I forgot a couple of times to indicate out of a roundabout, but I'm working on it. With gears, my driving instructor's he's written down lots of good changes, but don't think about where the gear stick is. It's just you want to change the gear, just reach for it and do it, but don't put too much thought into it. This is how I understand it, and I've got a diagram. For backing down a side street, you just check the road that there's nobody there, or nothing's going to obstruct the truck backing down the road or the side street. You position the actual tractor or the truck so that the rear wheels are at the side of the curb. Then you start to turn out sort of 45-degree angle, and just before the rear of your trailer passes the right hand side curb, you steer the truck straight on the street and turn the wheels a bit so that it goes in virtually by itself. And then it's just a matter of positioning the truck and following the trailer into the street. I don't know whether I've mentioned it before, but my prior experience with large trucks is sort of 2 lessons, 2 days of 8 hours in a heavy rigid truck. That's the biggest truck you can get that's rigid and not like a truck and a trailer. So prior to driving this truck, that's my only previous experience. I drive medium rigids around a fairly big city, and that's my experience so far. A thought for anybody wanting to be a large truck driver, I'll just give you the heads up. In 6.5 years of trying to become a semi-trailer or a B-double driver, I've only got 2 jobs, one of which I'm currently with. And I haven't been applying, continuously, but off and on I've been applying, and I've just recently got a electronic resume, but it's not easy. Even with the resume, sending the resume in, there's not much response. I am sort of sending in licenses and all that type of thing with one company that's interested. Yeah, unless you've got a father or an uncle or somebody in the actual transport industry, there's very, very little opportunity, and that's what I've found. As I've said before, I've had projects and commitments I've absolutely had to complete, and I'm not from the city or state that I'm working in. So I suppose that's a fairly large part of what a truck driver is, his knowledge of the city that he works in and the surrounds. However, on the flip side of that, I have worked in the city to the south and the north of where I live. So in that respect, I may know more than local drivers. During the week I phoned probably what is the largest transport company in this country. It begins with T, and what they said was they could offer me work, but it wouldn't be continuous. So, you know, I could go and work for them, but I may be sitting at home for a couple of weeks. I said that I can't be sitting at home not earning money for a couple of weeks, and you know, because of expenses, living expenses and that type of thing. But I did say that I'd keep in touch with them and phone them next year when I get my license, and maybe take it from there. So as I've said before, I don't really know, I can't really work out how I'm going to take the next step from working where I'm working, which is fairly reliable. Well, it is reliable. I've been there for about close to 6 years, and money's always there, work's always there. It's not large trucks, but it's a start, and I don't really know how I'm going to make the transition from working there to driving large trucks and you know, have an income, keep an income coming in. On the upside, I am corresponding with an employment agency. They're you know, Seek. If you go on Seek, then they're there. I've been sending my details in, driver's license, driving record, references, and that's going fairly well. I've actually got a you know, an email with you know, saying, sort of an introduction email, that I'm with the with their business. So on that side, it looks fairly positive.